Have you ever been on campus one night and received a VCU text or email alert informing you of a robbery? Well, there was an increase in robberies this past fall semester, some of them dealing with some unusual circumstances. There was a motor scooter that was the getaway vehicle for suspects in a robbery of two convenience stores in August, one right on the boundary of VCU's core campus. 3 non-VCU affiliated people were arrested for an attack involving as many as 15 people 2 days later. The group assaulted 2 victims on campus, 1 student taking only some cigarettes. And of course, chili pepper pajama pants.
And it flashes his gun at us and just stares at us.
Were worn by the suspect arrested for 6 robbery-related crimes, taking place within an hour of one another that affected 4 students and 1 VCU employee.
Wow, we actually just were a part of one of those incidents that we always get messages about, and it was weird for me, I was wow, I didn't think that would ever happen to me.
Many occurred within steps of VCU buildings.
We find this unacceptable, very upsetting, of deep concern.
I sat down with VCU Police Chief John Venuti this week to discuss this past fall semester and the future plans of his department. We talked about the increase in robberies, their causes, and how the police department is responding.
I take the philosophy that one robbery of a student, one robbery of faculty or staff here is one too many. The way to stop people from robbing people is you arrest the people who are robbing people. And basically they continue targeting and victimizing people until they get caught. They don't stop.
Venuti says it's folks outside the area committing these crimes and that people don't usually commit robberies near where they live.
Last semester we did see a lot of individuals that had no connection or affiliation to the VCU area or VCU community actually coming down to VCU to target victims, students, faculty, and staff. There's not a whole lot of urban environments, unfortunately, that are 100% crime-free.
And the recent increase in robberies is clear. There were 6 robberies between the 2 campuses during the spring semester and 32 during this past fall semester. There were 13 in the month of October alone. Looking back at the previous year's total of 25, there was a 72% increase in robberies from 2011. But not all the numbers are up. Burglaries are down. Looking at 2-year totals, 2011 and 2012 saw dramatic drops in burglaries, 80% from 2009 and 2010. It's worth noting as well that larceny and motor vehicle theft numbers were down in 2011. Venuti says it's not focusing on the numbers, but spreading messages of safety and awareness of crimes that's critical.
So the numbers, in some regards, they matter because that's the factual statistical basis. But what really matters to me is whether or not you feel safe when you leave your apartment building at night, whether you're leaving your residence hall and things like that, and how many robberies were prevented because we've increased the awareness of students, faculty, and staff is one of the things that you really can't measure.
Now, we've talked to a lot of students about the text alerts, and a lot of students have reacted in different ways. Some feel that they really enjoyed how great of a job you guys do with the timely spread of information, and some students say, I feel a lot less safe knowing exactly when things are occurring, getting the real-time updates, and it makes me not want to leave my house. Do you have any words of advice or any comments on that, on the text alert specifically for students who maybe feel on either side of that issue?
The philosophy is that I want students here to be fully aware of everything that's going on. It's as simple as if there's something you do each day at a particular point in time and you know that a crime occurred in that particular location, you may say, well, I'm not going to jog down that street today. I'll go down Monument Avenue versus Grove Avenue.
VCU has the largest force of any state university. The police department increased to 92 officers this past semester, which is over 3 per 1,000 students and well above the national average. Venuti emphasizes the physical presence on campus in deterring crime, though he recognizes the limits.
I don't want VCU to be a police state where every block you walk you see police officers and things like that.
We asked students this semester about crime on campus, the alerts, and the police department.
Now I'm pretty hesitant. I live off campus, so I don't stay on campus late.
Because it's in a city and because the campus is like an open campus and anybody can walk through, I think that's kind of expected. But I mean, it's not to say that, I enjoy the fact that there's crime on campus, but, I think it kind of comes with the fact that we live in a city.
It doesn't really bother me. I'm fine. It's Richmond. What do you expect, I think they're doing a good job under the circumstances. I mean, it's a tough job to tackle, and I think they're handling it pretty well.
That's a testament to how good VCU Police is. Like, if they're doing a good job, then we should know that. We should know that they're taking care of us.
So what is being done to continue to curb crime and help students feel safe? President Michael Rowell met with Mayor Dwight Jones in October to discuss ways to work with the city of Richmond.
You're coming from the RPD. In October, with a lot of those series of incidents, Dr. Rowell talked about there being maybe a change in the relationship with the Richmond PD. Has that relationship changed? Has it transformed a little bit over the course of this semester? And did some of the particular robberies in October spark anything in particular with that relationship?
I spent, 26 and a half years of my career with Richmond. Everyone in Richmond are my co-workers, my former direct reports. I left Richmond as a major. So I have a great working relationship with the Richmond Police Department.
With that in mind, one measure was put into effect before the semester began. You've probably seen these G4S vehicles around campus. They are a private security firm helping VCU as part of a pilot program this school year. The staff is unarmed and can't make arrests, but Venuti says they add to his eyes and ears, though many students think they're just out to break up parties.
Just so everyone knows, I don't need any help doing that. I can do that with my eyes closed, but that's not why we did G4S. And we did G4S because, I would see students in the core parts of this campus late at night walking from point A to point B, and it would just concern me.
Venuti has 2 children in college himself, one at VCU. He has put an emphasis on feedback from students. VCU held a Twitter town hall this semester where students could speak directly with Venuti. And VCU completed a perception of safety survey in December. Almost 94% of VCU students, faculty, and staff feel safe or very safe, according to the survey. In response, Venuti says he's deploying more officers to specific areas where the community says they feel unsafe, including adding more lighting and emergency phones to certain areas. Yet another initiative launched this past semester. The Ram Safe Service added free transportation for the VCU community after 5 p.m. You can even ask for pickup on your smartphone through the VCU mobile app. Another project is ongoing. An upgrade to VCU's camera surveillance system is in the works. Venuti says it will increase coverage and allow police to see live video from the cameras as they respond to calls. But Venuti says nothing can replace not walking alone and avoiding dangerous areas. That'll conclude our report tonight. We'd like to thank Police Chief John Venuti for speaking with us and remind everyone that you can check out the first edition of the semester of the CT on newsstands on Monday. I'm Tommy Lopez.